AgweekTV weather is brought to you by Kaler Farms.
Welcome once again to the meteorology portion of Ag Week, and obviously it's very mild. Despite the presence of a few snow systems the last couple of weeks, winter weather has really not taken much of a grip across the Midwest, the northern plains at all. It's just very, very mild. Weak jet stream, no Arctic air whatsoever. We get a little snow because it's that time of year, and then it generally fairly quickly melts. There is a powerful streak of jet stream out across the Pacific Ocean, and that is expected to spin up a very powerful Gulf of Alaska low the next few days, which will only keep the weather quite mild across most of the Great Plains. Now, eventually, as we watch that low over the course of the week, a little piece of that is likely to break off. Notice the powerful jet stream beginning to enter the west coast. Could be rainy from the San Francisco area northward. But as that little piece of a low breaks off, there's some evidence that it may spin up, perhaps by this coming weekend, some kind of another wet storm system into the Midwest or the northern plains. Not confident about the track of that system. That's the one weather system that I think that bears watching this week. Other than that, it will continue to be wet along the west coast. The Rockies will likely be getting some snow. It'll be quite dry over the southwest. And this week of December 6th through 12th, probably not a good week to be vacationing in Florida, but most of the midsection is looking pretty dry until we get to the weekend, when there will be a chance of, because it will be mild, perhaps a little rain or a little snow. And I'm really not confident if that system is going to move out closer to Chicago or perhaps closer to Florida or to Fargo. Doesn't look like a heavy one, but it would be some precipitation. Meanwhile, the second week that we're talking about, week of December 13th through 19th, still wet along the Pacific Northwest, still dry in the far southwest. I don't really see much organizing over the rest of the nation. This bears watching, though, and it really is probably about at the end of this period, so about 2 weeks from now, there might be a switch in the North Atlantic Oscillation. Big Icelandic low could be weakening, and that would be something that would allow cold Arctic air to invade the United States, at least the plains in the Midwest, and it could happen right before Christmas. Fairly low confidence on that, but we haven't had an Arctic outbreak this winter, and there's a chance, and the timing's about right, we might see one in mid-December. Doesn't mean the winter won't be still above average, but we may get a spell of below average weather. Meanwhile, the drought monitor, we still got a lot of dry weather out west. Persistent rains out here will help some of this, but it won't make it go away. We've lost the drought in Texas. The rest of the nation in wintertime, you usually don't see things change very much regarding drought. Possibility, northern plains, rain or snow next weekend. Overall, continued mild for a couple of weeks, but keep in mind, it might not stay that way forever. We might have some cold weather just in time for Christmas. Thanks for watching.